Chinese car giant BYD has been growing their presence in Ireland with a range of hybrid and electric vehicles. But could the new Sealion 7 be their best yet? Well, that's what I want to find out in this video. I'm Caroline and this is the Carzone YouTube channel. You love cars, and at Carzone we love cars too. If you're looking for a new or used one, head over to carzone.ie and you'll find lots of great cars for sale there from trusted sellers. Please give this video a like and please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. The Sealion 7 is part of BYD's Ocean series alongside the Dolphin, the Seal and the Seal U. It's an electric 5-seat SUV that slots into the range above the Seal Saloon. It goes on sale price from about €45,500, rising to about €56,500. So it goes up against rivals like Tesla Model Y, Skoda Enyaq, that sort of thing. At the front you can see the similarity to the Seal Saloon, particularly here in the LED lighting. I actually really like the look of this car. I think it looks really smart. It's not generic and it definitely has character. So what are your options with this? Well, there's 3 different trim levels and those are linked to the battery size and whether it's all-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive. So kicking it off is the Comfort, that's rear-wheel drive with range up to 482 kilometers. Then there's this one, the Design, all-wheel drive, range up to 456 kilometers. Then there's the all-wheel drive Excellence. It gets a bigger battery and range up to 502 kilometers. They all get these lovely alloy wheels, 19-inch on the Comfort, 20-inch on the Design and the Excellence. They look really good and they're Michelin Pilot Sport tyres, so good tyres, and red brake calipers. This is a bit longer than the Seal Saloon and also taller, so you might actually prefer the more SUV stance of this. It's also quite chunky and sporty at the same time. You've got 2 spoilers, so this one here, it's kind of like a ducktail effect, and then the roof spoiler. And like every car in the Ocean series, it gets the water droplets in the rear lights. There are just 4 colours to choose from for this, so not a huge amount of choice. I think it looks really good in this polar white. So what about practicality? Well, this comes as standard with a powered tailgate and it opens with that little bit of a kicking motion, which is great to have. It's 520 litres here, so not quite as big as a Skoda Enyaq, but still a really good generous size. But it comes with lots of practical features like underfloor storage area, there's a parcel shelf, there's some hooks in there as well. And this also has a 58-litre frunk or storage compartment under the bonnet. Here in the back, it does feel quite luxurious. There is loads of legroom, there's enough headroom as well to get comfortable, and the finish is really good back here. The materials feel good, some gorgeous ambient lighting as well. You've got luxury features as standard like heated rear seats here in the back, which is great to have. There's climate vents, there's also some nicely hidden USB ports as well. There's 2 different style of pockets in the back of those seats. You can pull down this middle piece and you have cup holders. There's also a little tray in here. Now there's no through loading, but you can let down these seats 60-40 and you get Isofix on the 2 outer seats and also the front passenger seat. It feels very sophisticated in here. There's lots of soft touch materials and leather seats come as standard. You can get this with the black interior or there's a pale blue interior as well. There's a full digital driver display and then it has the BYD staple of the rotating touchscreen, so from portrait to landscape and back again, but I much prefer it in this orientation. I think they have improved this system over time, the layout and the menus, shortcuts as well, so you can pull down the screen, and there's also this toolbar at the bottom for things like your ventilation and the drive settings. It also comes with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. There's this bridge console and underneath there's loads of storage and some USB ports. There's also this wireless smartphone charging area. You've got a cooling duct there as well. This side you can just rest your phone, but there's no charging on that side. There's this crystal effect gear selector and a few more buttons and shortcuts down here. So things like just turning on and off the climate control. There's also a button to switch between your different drive modes, very handy to have. cup holders, and they're actually clever ones because you can change the height of them, so depending on what sized cup or travel mug you have in there. And then there's also loads of storage under here. This is a very well equipped car, so a panoramic glass roof with blind comes as standard, 360 camera. These front seats are also heated, ventilated with lumbar support. The design model uses an 82.5 kilowatt hour LFP battery, and that's BYD's Blade battery design. 11 kilowatt AC charging comes as standard, which is great, and the fast charging rates differ a little. So for the comfort and design, it's up to 150 kilowatt, so 10 to 80% in 32 minutes. If you go for that larger battery in the Excellence, it's 24 minutes for that 10 to 80% charge. Vehicle to load is included as standard as well, and you can do your battery preconditioning from the touchscreen inside. BYD pitched this as a performance electric SUV. Yes, it's very fast, particularly these all-wheel drive versions. So 523 horsepower, 690 newton meters of torque, and 0 to 100 is just 4.5 seconds. So it's very quick and responsive to drive. You also have a few drive modes which you can access very easily from this button on the center console. There's the usual ones: normal, sport, eco, and then there's also the snow land mode. So that's to give you a bit of extra traction on slippery surfaces. Where the whole performance SUV pitch starts to unravel a bit is in the handling of the car. So the overall feeling behind the wheel of this is quite a soft feeling. You don't expect that from a performance SUV. You want it to be very taut and athletic. So this is definitely not a budget Porsche Macan. Let's just get that out of the way. The steering is also quite vague, I would say. Now, things do improve in the sport mode. It firms up a little bit more, but there's not a huge amount of, I suppose, sensations coming through to your fingertips. It's not all bad though, because what I really appreciate about this car is just the ride quality. So it is softly sprung. It's very comfortable, even in town, going over ramps. Goes over them like an absolute dream. Really, really nice. Refinement is good too. Very smooth delivery of power. When you are driving at high speeds on the motorway, there is some road noise from those sporty tyres and a bit of wind noise around that A-pillar and that wing mirror. But again, it's not something that would put me off the car either. Generally, it's very well behaved. That can't always be said about the driver assistance systems. For example, the adaptive cruise control, did find when I had that on, it was tugging at the steering wheel a bit to keep me in lane, which wasn't very comfortable, but you can adjust all those things through the screen as well. This uses an 82.5 kilowatt hour battery. That's an LFP battery, BYD's Blade battery. And in this all-wheel drive design model, the range is up to 456 kilometers. So there is a bit of a penalty there because it's the very powerful all-wheel drive version. You can get the all-wheel drive Excellence with a bigger battery. That's up to 502 kilometers. But truth be told, there are SUVs in this space that do offer longer ranges, so versions of Skoda Enyaq and also Tesla Model Y. But unless you're pounding up and down the motorway all day long, I don't think that's such a problem, and this should have plenty of range for you. You also have that fast charging capability. When it comes to consumption, I'm averaging about 21.5 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. Now, I expected that to be better because summer has arrived in Ireland. It's 20 degrees. And I think that's a bit on the high side for this time of year. I don't know what it would be like in colder weather. It does have a heat pump included as standard, but I do think something like a Tesla Model Y is more efficient. I was behind the wheel of that recently as well, so I have some first-hand experience of that. There is regenerative braking. If you want to adjust that, you have to go into the touchscreen, so there's no paddles behind the steering wheel. And it's not a hugely strong regen effect either, and there's no full one pedal drive. So altogether, the pitch of this car might be a bit misleading in terms of the handling. It's not a pin sharp handler, it's fine all the same. And as I said, things get better in the sport mode. It's definitely quick, you'll enjoy getting away from traffic lights in this, but probably the best thing about it is just the comfort. And I really appreciate that in a car like this, particularly if it's going to be a family car. The Sealion 7 is arguably the brand's most appealing model to date. It's not cheap, and some rivals do have better range and efficiency, but it does blend this very cool styling, a high quality interior, and it also has the sort of equipment levels and practicality that I think Irish buyers will really appreciate. So if you are looking for a spacious and well-specced electric SUV that does stand out from the crowd, then I really think this should be on your shortlist. If you're looking for your own Sealion 7, head over to carzone.ie and you'll find lots of great cars for sale there from trusted sellers. Please give this video a like and hit the subscribe button if you'd like to see more videos like this. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.